Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Well, it is the international week, the last one for a month. And some decisions need to be made, apparently, from the Everton squad. Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall has been offered a chance to play for Ireland, to become an Ireland international. He qualifies for them, and it looks like the Irish hierarchy are trying to spread their net a little bit wide, which is funny because a couple of like the England players at the moment were Irish junior players. So for Ireland to pick up a player in his mid-20s to play for Ireland seems to be quite ironic. This is something Ireland used to be very, very good at many years ago when they were in their heydays of the 90s. It would be, I think, an attractive move for Dewsbury-Hall because it doesn't look like he's going to play for England. And with the next Euros being held in England, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales, it would be very interesting. He could possibly play at Hill Dickinson Stadium. Possibly. I don't know how it all works out, whether if Ireland qualified they would play just the games in Ireland, I'm not sure. But of course if they were to get out the group stage that might change. So an interesting proposal. Obviously, Ireland are playing tonight. They are playing Armenia. Seamus Coleman and Jacob Brien possibly could be involved in that game. You imagine they will do. They're not going to qualify for the World Cup, let's be honest. So you would think this would be for the next cycle, which would be the Euros. And that's how quickly it comes around. It'll be Euro 2028 and it'll be being played at Hill Dickinson, although it won't be allowed to be called Hill Dickinson for the tournament. So big decision for Dewsbury-Hall to make. One that maybe he should do if he wants to play international football. It could be a really, really good opportunity for him. Nick Cox has taken over his role as Everton's technical director. He's coming in from Manchester United. Had a big part there in the academy and bringing those academy players into Manchester United's first team. He is the last piece of the puzzle to come in for the Freakins to Everton after all of the incomings over the summer. He is the last one to start his job at Everton, so he can get to work and reshaping the academy and also all departments at Everton. So good that that's finally sorted and good that it's finally all done and dusted and all that can start now properly. All the stuff behind the scenes at Everton. It is really important. We've been waiting for all these pieces and obviously part of the transfer bringing in players was delayed because we hadn't had all the pieces in place by then as well. So everything's in place now. We can sort of get on with doing what we're doing, that Everton are doing to change what's going on behind the scenes. And hopefully we'll see that with on-field performances. Hopefully sooner rather than later. We become more consistent. And obviously January as well, we're bringing in players. We'll have to see how that all shakes out. Going back to the internationals. Last night, Ukraine beat Azerbaijan 2-1. Mikhalenko was involved. He scored an own goal in it as well. An unfortunate own goal. But he played the full game as well. He's played both of the games for Ukraine, which is really important as well. There was obviously concerns over his fitness, but obviously he now looks like to be back in full health after being sent home last month by Ukraine, who obviously were a little bit angry about the situation. But they've played him in both games, so it seems like he is fully up to speed now, and that can only be good for Everton. Tom King was a substitute on the bench for Wales. They were beaten 4-2 by Belgium. Tyler Dibblin came on for the last 25 minutes for England under 21s. They won 1-0. Tonight, as I said, Ireland play Armenia, and Seamus Coleman and Jacob Brien should be involved. Senegal are playing Azizagana Gay and Iliman Ndiaye. You'd imagine be involved in that as well. And England play as well. They play Latvia, and Jordan Pickford will be involved in that game as well. As well as that, Everton under 21s are playing Bradford in the EFL Trophy. That kicks off at 7:30 as well. So obviously that's the tournament where our under 21s will play obviously stronger teams to try and get that progression going. This has been seen, as we've talked about on the channel, as a possibility of maybe some of the players who haven't started the season well, who have been on the bench, or even someone like Barry could maybe be involved in a game like this. We saw Beto last year involved in it as well. So who knows? Let's wait and see what happens there. Also, Everton have put out that Everton Way will be partially closed for the next couple of days. So make sure if you're going down to the stadium, you check beforehand what is happening down the stadium. It's for window cleaning, I believe. It has to be done. So make sure that if you're heading down to the stadium this week to go and check all that out, that you have a little look just to check when you're going, to make sure that it's open so you're not disappointed, basically. There you go. Right, there you go. We'll have more news tomorrow on those players playing in international games tonight and whatever else is going on in the world of Everton. Make sure to give this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want more great videos, join us over on Toffee TV Premier. The link is in the description and the QR code is coming on the screen now. See you later.